For the first ethical concern, the men with syphilis are not told they are infected in the experiment. They are not treated even if there is effective medicine at the time. In other words, these participants do not understand and know this experiment. It violates all three principles. For the comprehension part, participants are supposed to make an informed choice. But the participants in this experiment even do not understand the content of it. They are poorly educated and they are all farmers. That is the main reason. Secondly, for the voluntariness, these participants are not volunteers. They are induced to this experiment. They are guaranteed to have hot water and medical services if they join this experiment. In this case, it is not valid consent to participate in the research. Thirdly, for the information on the experiment, these participants are assumed to know the procedure, risks, benefits, therapy, and so on. They also have opportunities to ask questions and withdraw at any time. But in this syphilis experiment, they know nothing. For the second ethical concern, the participants who have joined in this research are all African American men. And here is an ethical question. Why are these African American men be chosen as the participants, but not the other people? Also, at the end of the experiment, over 128 participants are died owing to syphilis. It is unethical to see that. There is a better choice of the population in every single experiment. People of different ages, gender, weight, and other features are considered. It is not ethical to choose pure African American men as the population in this research. The only reason that these people are chosen for the experiment is related to their poor education. If I have to conduct a similar trial today, firstly, I will prevent the experiment of the lethal virus, such as syphilis. It is better to consider other possible choices. Besides, it is important to prevent confounding variables, such as their previous medical history, their family disease history, and so on. I have to identify if there is a real association among predictors in this experiment. Secondly, the participants have to be fully voluntary, not induced. They cannot have the equivalent exchange with the organization, such as bread, water, money, and so on. It violates the principle of voluntariness. Thirdly, I have to consider the people of different ages, gender, height, or countries, and other possible features in the process of choosing the participants. For example, if the maximum number of participants is 400, then half of the people should be men and half of them should be women. Also, the participants have to be aged from 18 to 60. It is appropriate to choose the participants from different areas, such as Africa, Latin America, Asia, Europe, and so on. And that is how it works. Lastly, at the end of the experiment, it is necessary to have feedback from these participants. I have to double check their physical health. If they are ill or get sick from the experiment, it is my duty to provide effective medical services to them, as well as other potential helps.